Hello and welcome. Today is a great day for me. My first nonfiction book was published. It's out. It's available. I'm going to put the Amazon link down here. It's a thrill for me. I have been writing forever. This is my first book ever published, The Mentor's Gift. It was published in 2006. I was so thrilled the day I saw this cover design. I could not believe this is an ambition I've had for my entire life, to write and publish a book. I love fiction. This is a work of fiction. It's my first book. I was thrilled to have it. Years later, 2017, I published this one, The Christmas Garden, another work of fiction. Absolutely loved writing it. Absolutely loved getting it published. Those books were tremendous achievements for me, and I celebrated them. This is my first nonfiction work. It's called The Elements of Success. I want to tell you a little bit about it. I'm thrilled to have it out there. It's been quite a journey. By the way, I hope to do a lot more writing, a lot more fiction, a lot more nonfiction. My goal is to do at least one a year. But this is the first nonfiction. It arrived this week. It was late. I walked downstairs just to check around, make sure everything was locked up. Saw it sitting outside and boxed up. Brought it in. Could not believe it. Thank you so much. But it's finally here. Let me tell you a little bit about the journey that brought this book into being. So, I don't know what year it was, but I was studying the elements, and the elements being air, earth, water, fire. Some will add a fifth element. You notice there's 5 symbols on the cover. Fifth element would be spirit or ether. This teaching, by the way, the elements, the 4 elements, the 5 elements working together, this esoteric teaching goes back to about 400 BC. It is not unique to me. It's been around forever. What I've tried to do is put sort of a motivational goal-setting application to it. Again, that's not necessarily new either. But let me tell you a little bit about the journey. So I'm studying the elements, and I go on this family reunion up in Tyrone, Pennsylvania. This would be my mother's side of the family. She is a skeleton, a wiser, a leaf, and these families settled into central Pennsylvania, specifically Tyrone. We used to go up every August for a family reunion. So if you're a wiser person and you're watching this, yes, I was at your family reunion many, many years. And you know the place I'm talking about. There's this beautiful park in Tyrone. Heavily watered. There's a little lake, tiny lake. And I'm a little bit of an introvert. And I was with the whole family. We were having this celebration. And I thought I'll pull apart for a little while, sit by myself, kind of recharge my battery. So remember, in the context, I'm studying the elements. So I go by this lake, and I'm sitting there with my back against a tree. And suddenly I was aware. Now, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to convey this on film exactly. I was aware of the earth beneath me. I was aware of the warmth of the sun on my face, the fire, the heat. I was aware of the water in front of me and the way it reflected things on it, the stillness of it. And I was aware of the clean, cool air around me. And I realized in that moment that if you took any one of those elements away, if you took away the sun that provides heat for the earth, all life would cease to exist. If you took away the earth itself, the ground that we walk on, all life would cease to exist. If you took away the air that we breathe, all life would cease to exist. And our bodies are mostly water. If we suddenly couldn't have water in our lives, all life would cease to exist. So I saw for the very first time the interrelationship of the elements and how they sustain and support life. I began to think about that, and that's the physical life. But I thought there's got to be a spiritual application, and there is. There is, and that's what this book is about. Now, before it was a book, it was a speech. I was a Toastmaster, and I became the president of Valley Toastmasters right here in Hunt Valley, Maryland. And one day I delivered the speech, The Elements of Success. And one of my colleagues in Toastmasters, who was a lifetime Toastmaster, many, many years in the organization, came up to me after the speech and she said, "That is your signature speech. That's the speech you were born to make." And that really had an impact on me. And I began, now at the time it was a brief speech. I don't know, it was 15 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that. It was a brief speech. It just kind of encapsulated the idea. But she encouraged me to develop those ideas, to write about those ideas. And over the next few years, I did. By the way, this is May 2021. The book is published May 2021. And I'm trying to remember exactly when that speech was given. It was at least 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. So these ideas have been in my head for a long time. And again, they're not original to me. You can pick up many different books and find many different takes on the same ideas. But I think what I'm bringing to it is a little bit of a goal-setting motivational element. And I think I'm unique there. Maybe I'm not. Maybe somebody else has done it. I don't know. I mean, I did some research. I haven't found anyone else doing specifically that. But let me give you the nutshell. It begins with water. Water's where our dreams are formed. As we reflect, as we meditate, we think about who we want to be, what we want to do, what we might want to have in our lives, what we might want to attract to our lives. It's where our ambitions are born, in water. Reflective, imaginative water. Once we get hold of the vision for our lives, it should ignite a fire in us. Fire, passion, energy, enthusiasm. And by the way, you feed energy, enthusiasm, fire with encouragement and with hope. You need to constantly feed that fire because the fire can easily burn out. Once you get that fire going, the next step, the next phase is air. Air is sober. Air is intelligent. Air is deliberative. Air encourages you to make a plan. As Steve McDonald often says, air is that pesky common sense that calls you to do things that are practical, to do things that are actionable. The idea is to take your dream and turn it into a reality. That process. How many people do you know have taken a dream and turned it into a reality? Many do not. Many fall short. Why do they fall short? I think it's because one of these steps is ignored, or they stop, or they don't pursue it fully. So you get to the air state. That's when you write your plan. That's when your dream begins to get very practical, very actionable. And many people stop right there. They have this fantastic dream that excites them, that ignites a fire in them. But when they begin to formulate a plan, suddenly the dream loses its luster and it's no longer worth it. So they give it up. Keep the fire burning. Formulate a plan, something that you're going to take action on immediately. Earth is the action you'll take. Earth is grit. Earth is hard work. There is no manifesting. There is no bringing your dream into reality apart from hard work and effort. And that's where you have to draw on the energy of the earth. So I've taken those elements and I've expanded on them and elaborated upon them. And it's not just about your career or your overarching life goals, but it's about every aspect of your life, your personal life, your physical well-being, your diet, your exercise plan. All of these things come down to each of these components. You formulate a goal, a dream, water. It energizes you. It gives you fire and passion. You formulate a concrete plan to execute and bring that dream into reality, and then you work hard to make sure it becomes a reality. Each of these books represents a dream that I had, that I brought into reality. That's why it meant so much to me when the publisher sent me this cover and I saw it. It was the physical manifestation of a dream. It was a dream come true. And to hold a book that you have written in your hands is a dream come true. It's exactly what I'm talking about. Folks, the relevance to magic is this. As magicians, we need to be out performing. We need to be out working. We need to be doing, not just dreaming. We need to dream. We need to come up with the idea of who we want to be as performers. Then we need a plan to get that performance out into the public sphere. And then we need to execute and get it out there. I'm not saying that you all have to be professional magicians. What I am saying is that we have an obligation with the world around us to share our dream, to share our giftings. And that's what this book is all about, folks. It's available on Amazon.com. It's also available from me. If you want a personalized copy, please send me a message. Hey, thank you so much for joining me. This is a monumental point in my life. It's my first nonfiction, and I'm thrilled to have it. I'm thrilled to share it with you. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe if you've not done so already. Please comment down below. I enjoy and love your comments. Thank you so much. Have a great day.